Welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, folks, I didn't want to say it, and one of my subs suggests that Lamar Jackson is the new LeBron James. And I told him, nah, I wouldn't say that yet. But after what we just saw or seen, there's some comparisons, right? There's some comparisons to this. Choking, not taking responsibility, acting dumb, not being a man, not speaking like a professional, and getting coddled by the media after failing again and again and again and again. So yes, folks, we can say from that point of view, right, that Lamar is starting to be the new LeBron James. Where do we start first? Well, let's just say the media. The media is flip-flopping and flopping and flipping. They sound like the Stephen A. Smith, right? This get up panel. Get up so they can flip-flop all over the place. Either the man was wrong or he wasn't. Either it was his fault as the leader, you got to get it done, or it wasn't. This flip-flopping has got to stop. These are grown men. Stand on something. Stand on something. Either you think he's at fault or you don't think he's at fault, but stand on something and stop flip-flopping. Lamar had an okay second half. Let's remember, it was Derrick Henry that got this thing started in the second half. It was Derrick Henry. It wasn't Lamar Jackson. It was Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry, he had basically no yards in the first half. He had like 21 or something like that. It was really low. And then he just exploded for like 100 or something in the second half. See, these people want you to... Why are we watching the game if these people are just going to come up here and lie? And then they talk about, oh, if it would have went to overtime, yeah, the Ravens would have won. Really? Really? How do you know this? So you know for sure. Based on what? Based on what, folks? Based on what? Let's remember what they didn't even say, and they don't want to say because they want to make up excuses, is the fact that the tight end who fumbled the damn ball on the 2-point conversion, guess what? Even if he would have grabbed that ball after fumbling it all that time, he probably wouldn't even be in, folks. There's no way he would have landed inbounds after he fumbled that ball a couple times. I'm just saying, if he would have held on to it after fumbling it like that in his hands, no way he would have made it inbounds. Second of all, even if he did, right, even if he did catch the ball, he didn't fumble it, or he didn't, whatever, he made it, the 2-point conversion. Guess what? Now, the Bills have a chance to go down there and win the game. What was it, on the clock, like a minute or something? What are we talking about, folks? Let's stop making up excuses and coddling this guy. 4 years in a row, I could have sworn they put up that image. 4 years in a row, he was the favorite, and he lost. And he lost. And if that's not true, we know it's at least 2 years in a row he was a favorite. He was a favorite last year and this year. I know that for sure, but I'm saying they put up a graphic last week after they already had it in hand that they were going to win the game last week, and they put up a graphic. And I seen it. Now, let's talk about Lamar Jackson, since, they just want to coddle this thing. Let's stop making up the media. They sound like idiots. They sound like idiots. He lost, let me say, he lost the game. Ain't no two ways about this guy lost the game. You should, oh man, he better come back for his team. That's the point, folks. That's the point. They were the favorites. They had the better team. And let me tell you something else too with that. Did you see that offensive line? Holy smokes. Man, that dude didn't have no pressure. Hardly. Except for that one time he got it fumbled. Other than that, man, that dude, he could have took a seat, made a phone call, drink some wine, roll one up. That was crazy. How much time this guy, of course he threw so good in the second half. In some of the first half. Look at all the time he had. Had all that time to find a guy wide the hell open. Who couldn't make that throw? You could make that throw. I could make that throw. Your mama could make that throw. I bet she could. If she had that much time, that was ridiculous. Give his team that credit. Give his team that offensive line, man, you got to give them a lot of credit, man. And you know they got to be feeling sick because they lost. They put in all that work so this guy could take a lunch break back there. Get out of here. Get out of here with this nonsense, folks. That performance by Buffalo, that Buffalo defensive line, that's not going to happen against Kansas City. You sit up there and let Michael Jordan of football, Patrick Mahomes, man, you going to give him all that time? He's going to beat you by 30. He ain't going to fumble that ball like that. He ain't going to throw the interceptions like Lamar. And I heard Sports and Fitness ran for a video up. I don't know if it was this morning or last night on Lamar, boy. He had me laughing. He was going in on this guy. And they said the same thing that Sports and Fitness friends made a whole damn video about them lying and using Patrick Mahomes standing in Lamar's way. I think they only played like one time. And then today they talked about, oh yeah, he did this, AFC, you got Mahomes, you got this guy, Macaulay Culkin, you got Josh Allen. So why are you bringing up Mahomes again? They played, I think, one time, right? If I ain't mistaken. These are excuses, folks. This is why Josh Allen gets more the benefit of the doubt than Lamar Jackson. Not from me. I'm just saying in an overall grand scheme of things. Because a lot of times, Josh Allen, he played a good game and then somebody else had the ball last. The other team had the ball last. So he couldn't do nothing about it. He couldn't do nothing about it a lot of times. Now, I said a lot of times. I'm not clearing his name because he did have some bad performances. And this is what separates Mahomes from Josh Allen and the rest of them. Macaulay Culkin over there at Cincinnati. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. For one, Mahomes is a pure quarterback. A pure throwing quarterback. He can make all the throws, folks. The outs, the slants, the crosses, the deep ball, whatever you want to do. Throwing on the run, accurate throwing on the run, whatever. How do you want it, baby? Just put on a Tupac song. How do you want it? That's Patrick Mahomes. And then the kicker is, he's not fast as Josh Allen. He ain't a Buffalo. He ain't gonna barrel through the line and barrel over people and knock them down like bowling pins. He's not fast like Lamar. He's not lightning fast. He ain't gonna juke you and do all this stuff. He's not gonna do that. Patrick Mahomes cannot do them things. But what he does better, I think, as a runner is you don't know when he's going to run. You're sitting back there and you feel helpless, hopeless, defenseless, out of touch with reality when you're dealing with Patrick Mahomes. Because if you start rushing him, he could make that throw on the damn run for 40 yards, for 10 yards, for 15 yards. It don't matter what kind of throw it has to be, folks. It doesn't matter. So if you don't rush him and that thing's wide open down there, you're gonna take off running. And he's gonna gash you for 20 damn yards, looking like he's running sideways instead of forward. So you're hopeless. You're helpless. You're confused about Patrick Mahomes and what the hell is going on with this guy, folks. We've never seen nothing like it. And he will do these things to where you think he's going to get out of bounds, and he gets 10 more yards. He does these things where he frustrates you, and you push him out of bounds, and you get 15. He gets 15 yards now. And this is why I say he's greater than all those guys I just mentioned. Yes, Macaulay Culkin is a pure passing quarterback, but he can't run the ball, folks. That's the problem with him. And then you give Mahomes all these damn weapons. And guess what? They don't have to be all-time great weapons. But guess what? They're speedsters. They're guys that can get open. They're very athletic. And you're finished. You're done. You're finished. How are you going to defend this, folks? Don't rush him. You're finished. He's going to make the accurate pass. Oh, you didn't rush me? I'm going to run for 20. Or I'm just going to wait for my guy to get open. You just can't deal with that, folks. This is the Michael Jordan of football. It took Tom Brady for his whole offensive line to get decimated. Yeah, I was rooting for the Bucks. I wanted Tom Brady to win, but I wanted it to be a shootout. I wanted it to be an all-time great game. You know, like when the Patriots played KC, in an AFC Championship game. That was an all-time game right there. That wasn't no bullish. That was an all-time game right there. So it was a shootout. Yes, we had some bullish penalties. That's just the way it's always going to go in football. Stop doing stupid stuff. You were over the line. Don't do stupid stuff that you've been doing all game. Don't do these things. When the game is on the line, you just don't do them. You can do them all game. Just don't do it because they're going to call it right then and there. Checkmate. So you can't make up excuses if it's a penalty. You can't do that. You just can't do it. Or you're looking like you're rigging a game for the other team. So let's go into this presser, because I made my video last night about this, and a lot of people are mad. I mean, fine. A lot of people don't know football. They just don't, man. You got to look at the whole overall circumstances in a bigger picture than what happened in a couple plays. You just have to do that. I told you Lamar Jackson had to do basically what Josh Allen had to do. Don't turn the damn ball over. Don't turn the ball over. It was that easy. Don't turn the ball. Did Josh Allen turn the ball over? No, he didn't, folks. He didn't turn the ball over. And we all know that's what decides it. That's always has decided it in the playoffs. It's turnovers. When we get to the Super Bowl, turnovers. So at this point, he had to play a flawless game, and he didn't. Or a damn near flawless game, he didn't. You know, y'all got to stop making up excuses for a grown-ass man. So, speaking of a grown-ass man, so this guy is at this presser looking like a lizard. Looking like a lizard, licking his mouth again and again with his whole tongue out of his mouth. This is the dude that's supposed to be the future face of the NFL. You can't even take that. I don't know who makes that. Under Armour? You can't take that little hood off real quick. And I know what people go, oh man, his hair probably messed up, man. You don't want to, have his hair all messed up looking crazy. But you know when you was going to be at the presser, man. Put a bonnet on. Just put a hat on. Just put a Ravens hat on. Just do this, a Scully or something. What? You look ridiculous. You look ridiculous. Looking all scruffy. What is this guy trying to grow with his hair? I just don't understand. This guy done had these color purple Whoopi Goldberg braids for how long? Or no, not Whoopi Goldberg, silly from color purple. You done had them type of braids forever, man. You don't get it? You don't grow hair too good. I don't know why. You should have the money to have, some good juices and berries or something. But it ain't working out, man. Cut that thing off. You done had the same length of hair forever. It ain't growing, homie. You should have dreads down your back by now. Seriously. So he gets on there and he just looking so ridiculous. his tongue all out his mouth like 3-4 times in a row. I don't know what the hell he's licking with his whole damn tongue out his mouth, looking like a lizard. And then if you see that whole video, they put the gecko ad right next to him, so it was a gecko lizard. It was so ridiculous. I'm like, come on, man, this is crazy. You have to go watch the whole video because I put the edit on it. But you know, with this guy right here, man, it's just so ridiculous with this guy. And the whole kicker is, man, we was talking about him wearing his diamond teeth. And listen to the way this guy talks. I don't know, man. You guys tell me his background. You know, he acts like another Ja Morant. That's what he acts like. He acts like another Ja Morant. Now, can I say that, you know, he came from good upbringings like Ja Morant? I can't say. I don't know his background, but I don't even trust a lot of these guys when the media tries to bring us these guys' background. I just don't believe it. I just don't believe it, folks. They try to make it seem like these guys actually grew up in the 80s and 90s. No, folks, they didn't. No, folks, they didn't. This was bad times. Don't tell me you grew up in a hood that's been gentrified by rich people. Or people who would never live in that community back in the day. Don't tell me you grew up in that. Don't tell me you had it tough growing up singing along with Drake. Don't and the rest of these cats. Don't tell me you're tough. So the guy can't speak. He can't speak. Sports and Fitness Ranch did a whole video on it, and I'm thinking, as I'm listening to this guy, Sports and Fitness Ranch will be proud of itself because this guy did the same exact thing. The next season in the presser, acting like a damn fool. And when I said something about the Ja Morant thing, about, you know, the way these guys act, and even if you did grow up poor, like I did, and was born in the projects, and starved to death, and only liked school because they had food there. No electric a lot of times, no hot water a lot of times, no car a lot of times, no clothes a lot of times. Even if you did grow up like that, now you have hundreds of millions of dollars. And these are the guys I call Ja Morants. Not guys that grew up in a bad background or grew up tough. Those aren't Ja Morants. Ja Morants are guys who grew up suburbia, right? And because they're black, they feel like they have an obligation to act a certain way. They feel like because they didn't go without meals, they didn't go without clothes, they didn't go without electric, they didn't go without a nice car, they didn't go without having nice clothes, their parents not having a nice car, they feel like they missed out on selling drugs and running with gangs and going to jail and disrespecting women, especially their own women. They feel like they missed out on all these things. So now they're older and they're trying to prove that they can be like that. It's the saddest thing you ever seen, folks. This is the new... I see this every day. It's been going on for a long time with these Ja Morants. And Ja Morant just ain't the first one. He's just showing you, all he did was make it public. What these black kids that grow up in the suburbia, living good, have been doing for a while now. Trying to be, what they call that, studio gangster. Trying to be stuff that they're not. Trying to live a life that they never lived or didn't have to. Because their parents did good in life. That's like some suburbia white kid saying he can't wait to grow up so he can go live in a trailer park. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying, folks. So when I listen to Lamar Jackson, he sounds like a Ja Morant to me because the way he talks. He tries to talk like, slang. and then he tries to talk, like he's a thug. Then he tries to talk like he can't, pronounce words. And then he tries to talk like he's, cool as far as what's going on in pop culture now. And then on the other hand, he don't sound like that, folks. On the other hand, he don't sound like that. So it's something that sounds like he's trying to force his way into acting a certain way. And he sounds like a 13-year-old little boy. Listen to him. Ain't got no bass to his voice. He's always, yeah. He don't even. That's why when I was watching the video, you just start laughing like, are we serious? This is the guy that's making tens of millions of dollars? And you can't, we was talking about this earlier. You could talk how you want to talk. You could dress how you want to dress, like a buffoon. You could just do all these things, folks. But this guy can't take 5 minutes out of his time to jump up there and give a professional speech. A professional speech to the best of his ability. I mean, this dude act like he just got done rolling dice in a damn alley and drinking a 40. This is what this guy sounds like when he came to the presser. You got to be kidding me, man. I don't understand it. 5 minutes. After that's all, you go back in the locker room, shoot the shit, say what you want to say, talk how you want to talk. You can't take 5 minutes out of your $100 million life to speak like a professional in front of the world. This is how we showing everybody how we act. Indian people, everybody's watching it. All these different ethnicities that enjoy football. This is what he is showing these other ethnicities. And then people wonder, oh, that's stereotype, man. Look how this guy's acting. It's time to cut the ish. If you want to act like that, I wouldn't talk like that. I talked different when I was younger. We all wanted to be cool. And this is what pop culture was and stuff like that. And then some people, they even got to grow up faster, depending on what kind of job they get. And this is the same thing with him. You got to grow up, man. You're on a professional level. When I go to work, and I might be on here talking more professional or different on my channel than I really even talk with my homeboys, with my wife. I kind of talk more different. I'm not trying to say I'm the best speaker in the world, but Lamar Jackson, I hate to call you an idiot, but you're speaking like an idiot. Like I said, I can't go to work and talk to my boss the same way I'll talk to my homeboys. I just can't do it. And my boss, he probably don't speak to the customers the same way he talks to his homeboys or his friends, whatever you call them. That's just how it is in the workplace, folks. If you work at McDonald's, you speaking to the people at the cash register different than how you speak when you're not at work. Maybe some people do speak this way. I don't know. But when you grow up as a person of color, we just got different ways of talking at different times, depending on who we're around and stuff like that. Even white people, they don't talk professional all the time. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But the professional setting is the professional setting. It don't matter where you work at. You can work at a tire shop. You can work at McDonald's. You can work in an office. Wherever you work at, there's a time to act professional. It just is, folks. And speak professional. It just is. These guys are a trip, man. These I'm trying to tell you, I don't know his background, but this guy acts like another John Moran to me. It's just one thing. When you're a professional player, when you're the leader of the team, check it out. Remember that. When you are the leader of the team, you're getting paid the most money on the team. What's this guy, a top 3 guy in making money in the NFL? When you're that, There's only a couple things to say when they ask you simple questions. This ain't got nothing to do with white and black. We've heard this from Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham. We've heard this from Patrick Mahomes to Hurts to all different black quarterbacks, or mostly all quarterbacks that play for different teams, should I say? And maybe except for Jameis Winston. This guy is just an idiot, right? So we'll leave him out. So this ain't a black and white thing. Most quarterbacks who are leaders of their team, the only thing in professional, the only thing that they're going to say when the question is asked, what happened? Whose fault is it? What do you got to do next time to get better? What do you got to do next time? What happened out there? You know what these quarterbacks that I just mentioned, you know what they say or have said? It's on me. I got to play better. It's on me. And you know how many times I heard, it's on me, I got to play better? And they literally didn't even do anything wrong in the game for it to be their fault. I'm serious. They literally didn't do nothing wrong in the game for it to be their fault. But they took the blame. And if it was their fault, they took the blame. It wasn't what had happened was, and then it's ridiculous what this guy is talking about. I don't have like a big edit cut studio and stuff like that. To the people who do, great. I can't wait. But they're gonna rip this guy apart for this video. I mean, for this presser that he just did. It sounded like an idiot. Bro this, bro that. Don't even try it. Stop talking about somebody's age. Jaden Daniels is talking like a grown man. In professional. Mahomes talks like a grown man. Professional. Jalen Hurts. This guy is speaking like he's 13 years old, literally. He's speaking like he's a John Morant. I can't get behind this, folks. The only thing you got to do is because it was your fault they're playing catch up in the first place. Don't tell me about you almost had this and this guy fumbled this. You threw an interception and you fumbled before the other guy did anything. So y'all was sitting there playing catch up. You was favored. They should have been trying to catch up to you, not you catching up to them. People out here making up excuses. Excuse is an easy thing to make up and then move on. Easy. So I know I'm gonna get the backlash. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay with me. But here's the proof right here. It's all in your face with this dude. And I see people on the comments, oh yeah, they better not say nothing about this dude. They better not say nothing about, because you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You don't want a grown man to act and speak and carry himself like a grown man. You don't. Because you don't. And you don't even want him to do it for 5 damn minutes. And then he can go back to his life looking like silly and acting like Ja Morant. You don't even want him doing that for 5 minutes. That's sad. That's sad, folks. And I can understand, man, and being young, we all want to be cool. We all want to be young. And, you know, when you get older, it ain't cool no more. It ain't really cool like that no more. You have all these responsibilities. You got to tighten up. But, you know, this is what he wanted to do, folks. This is what he wanted to do. So his life, you know, had to tighten up early. He probably had more responsibilities early, but he got the money, folks. This is what he wanted. And again, he could talk like he wanted to. If he want to act and talk like he's 13 years old, good for him. I just don't understand it, though. But for 5 minutes, you can't never come out and don't act like a character. I can guarantee you, unless this guy has a damn mental problem, which he probably does. I wouldn't doubt it. But unless this guy has a mental problem, there's no way this guy is going to be acting this way by the time he's 35, 40. He's not going to be acting this way. And don't tell me, oh yeah, people change, man. He's growing up, he's trying to tighten it. No, I'm just saying the way he acts, man, it's not professional. Or he might stay the same, folks. I see some of these guys on TV, and it's head scratching how they're still acting. A Snoop Dogg. Really? And this is what they show the kids, that no matter how much money you get, keep acting like a damn fool. And they don't know that. They don't know that when the camera's off, these dudes don't act like this, man. The Snoop Doggs and all these fools. This is for an image. An image. You should have known that when he started breaking bread with Martha Stewart. Remember, this was a dude that was supposed to be gang banging in the streets. Murder was the case. Next thing you know, he breaking. You think Martha Stewart gonna let this dude get next to her if he was a real gangster? And murder was the case? No, people. Turn the camera off. These dudes flaming around. Welcome to Hollywood, guys. So you guys tell me what you think. I'm gonna get off of here, man. I don't want to see him win no Super Bowl, man. I just don't, man. I just, not just because of the way he acts, just because, he ain't ready, man. And like I said, to me, I don't think he's ever going to win a Super Bowl. I don't think Josh Allen's ever going to win a Super Bowl. I think it's going to be one of them things that we was talking about. It's going to be Michael Jordan winning all these championships in the 90s. And Charles Barkley and Patrick Ewing didn't win none. And Karl Malone didn't win none. Reggie Miller didn't win none. It's going to be like that. And Mahomes is going to be at Michael Jordan winning all these championships. And what I mean by that also, because Mahomes ain't going to win 6 championships in a row or nothing like that. What I mean by this is, when Mahomes isn't winning championships, I think somebody else is going to come along in the NFC and win those championships. Either beating the Ravens or beating the Bills, whichever one gets there that one time. And then here comes Mahomes again, winning more championships. And, I think Macaulay Culkin with Cincinnati, I mean, if you ever give him a damn team, I mean, this has to be criminal, folks. For this guy to be one of the best passers in the league and can't even get a full roster that's good like these other guys. Now, he did have his chance and he lost against the Rams, but his team even wasn't that good back then, his offensive line. So yeah, that's what I see. I don't see none of these guys winning the Super Bowl. I mean, do you really want Josh Allen to go to the Super Bowl and then lose? And check out that curse. That would be crazy, right? If he went to the Super Bowl and then he lost. Bills fan would continue to be suicidal. So you don't even know if you want him to go there. Is that the best thing to do? To go to the Super Bowl and lose again? Was this the best thing to do for the Bills? To lose to Mahomes again in the AFC Championship game? Hell, I think Patrick Mahomes rather just go on vacation right now. This is why he was really smiling. When you see him come off the field, this is probably what he was smiling about. Like, Josh Allen, you about to go get your teeth kicked in, and I don't have to take that heat. This is going to disappear. This is going to disappear. Because they know I'm childish anyway. I'm not ready. I just got my teeth kicked in last year, and I was the favorite to win this, and I had home field advantage over Patrick Mahomes. So it's on you now again, Josh Allen. You can have this. You can have it. Because at the end of the day, me losing to you in the second round ain't going to be as big as you losing to Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship game. You think Lamar Jackson don't know that? Get out of here, folks. He didn't want no part of Mahomes. He got there last year and he was like, whoa, this is scary. I did everything I could in the second half up to the third quarter, and I still lost. I mean, not everything he could, of course not. But that's just how it is, folks. They don't, I think Josh Allen wanted to play him more than Lamar Jackson. Let's be serious. Because, it's the times that, Josh Allen, he was real close. He was more close to winning than this fool. The new LeBron James. That's what we're gonna call him. The new LeBron James. This sub, he was right. And I said, oh, I can't say that. But after I seen this presser, after I seen the media, I said, this guy's right. This guy is right. This is the new LeBron James. He gets coddled. The media makes up all these excuses. Lamar makes up all these excuses. Don't put the burden on his back and just say me straight up. It's on me. It's on me. I'm the leader. And like I said, he did mess up, so he could just say it was on me. I know he wasn't the only one that messed up, but he could have still took the blame. He's the man. He makes the most money. It's his team. It's on you. It's on me. It ain't nothing else discussed. What do you think could have been better? I could have played better. What if the team would have did this? It's on me. That's it. Michael Jordan never threw nobody under the bus and made up no excuses and stuff like that. Even Peyton Manning, all the times he failed and guys dropped passes. We've seen a lot of times guys dropping passes in games. In the media want to just bury these guys. This just didn't happen with Lamar Jackson. It happened over the years, and quarterbacks just came in there and they just took the blame. It ain't no full all these different speeches and, bro, I just want to win, bro. We just need to punch the ticket, bro. And I'm like, what is this guy talking about? You don't sound like a killer. You don't sound like a guy that's clutch and composed. And like I said, you better be lucky you had that damn line. Goodness God. You might not ever had that type of line ever again in your life. Because we saw what happened in the past playoffs. You were scrambling on the run, trying to make these passes, and you could not do it. You could not hit those tight windows with your receivers covered like that. They were draped. And you was able to make these passes now because you had all the time in the world. It was I'm like, what the hell? I thought the defensive line just gave up or something. I've never seen nobody. You probably could have counted 20. And this guy is still back there chilling many times. This is crazy. So your line and Derrick Henry brought you back in this game. Not you. You're like I said, this guy just made passes that your mama could make. Because when you see him, those completions, them dudes was wide open. Wide the hell open. 5 minutes later. So, I could make an hour video about this, and it won't even be talking about the same stuff. Harbaugh, I mean, come on, man. This guy, ain't he living off a 2007 championship? I mean, what's going on with this guy? I mean, I know you can't fire him because he's doing deep runs. He's getting good records. But can we get a quarterback coach in there for Lamar? Something, because it's always something. This guy is always pooping his pants in some type of way. And like I said, man, this presser thing, man, it's just nuts. So you guys tell me what you think.